Okay, welcome back. So, in the last part, that was actually Rando. He did part 3, from what I understand. So I'm just assessing what he's done differently, or what he's changed since, or what he's done just in general since, his part, or handing it off. And we have a new Pokemon here, Baby, which I'm assuming is the egg the mystery egg that we received from Professor Elm. Since that's Togepi, it looks like we got Togepi from the egg. And I just go over and check the PC real quick just to see what else might be in store for us. And we have a Whopper, which I'm pretty sure that's, yeah. I think that's what he always calls Whooper. I've noticed that he likes to nickname things, so I will probably start nicknaming things as well. Or at least nicknaming a few things, just because I know that it will annoy him. So, my apprentice hasn't come back. Sorry, I had a cough. The Ilex Forest. So, if I remember correctly, in between the first and second gym, you have to do this, this slowpoke, thing for this town of, slowpoke worshippers. Hey, it's White Apricorn. So these are how you make certain Pokeballs. I don't think I really ever used them that much. I think you can largely get by with just using regular Pokeballs and Great Balls and Ultra Balls. So we need to head over to the Ilex Forest, which is actually the other way. I'm just trying to get my bearings straight because obviously I don't know what Brandon did in between. And obviously I'm doing this post-commentary, so I kind of already know, but I want to try and keep it as, I guess, fresh as possible, so I recorded this stuff, and then I sent it back to Brandon, and he's a lot faster at doing this than I am. Because I think he does all of his, like, at the same time. But he's also much more used to emulators than I am, so he probably, like, speeds through grinding and stuff. While I would generally just cut that stuff out in post. Alright. So unfortunately, we don't have any Pokemon with any good Dark-type moves. That being said, we do have Rock Throw, which will damage it. Unfortunately, Ghastly primarily only knows Hypnosis. So, yeah. We do know Lick and Fury Swipes now. I can't remember if we knew Lick with Teddiursa prior to Brandon's part. This is also giving me a chance to kind of look and see what all we have at the moment. And unfortunately, Togepi does not really start off with anything. Like, anything useful. Totodile, though, knows Water Gun, which is kind of handy. Alright, time to decide what we want to do. I think we do go with Spearow. Since Spearow knows a flying type move and is normal type, Ghastly's ghost type moves won't affect it. Nice. That's what we like to see. Alright. Question mark, question mark, question mark. Use Zubat because, I don't know, probably caught it in a cave. Choose one of the most boring Pokemon out there. Or at least one of the most annoying. Come on, Spearow. What the heck? So Fury Attack doesn't do a whole lot of damage, but it hits multiple times, and once it does that big flash, that means that it is done. I think the max is like 5. Gotta love it when it's like just a pixel from being full. Alright, Bayleaf. Should be a fairly simple battle. Should. Fortunately, Razor Leaf actually really hurts. It might not be very effective, but it surprisingly does quite a bit of damage. And unfortunately, potions kind of lose their benefit very quickly because they can only heal 20. Especially when you have to use a turn. Stuff like that happens. Alright. I'm just gonna cut my losses and peck it. Try and do as much damage before having to switch out. And just sack Spearow. Thankfully, this is not a Nuzlocke, because I'll be honest, I'm just not very good at challenge runs like that. These just aren't really my thing. Alright, this should knock it out, hopefully. Nope. Ignore what I said. Just ignore me, right? I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm not an expert at Pokemon. Alright. And down it goes. You only won because my Pokemon were weak. Crystal got 960 Pokédollars. Nice. Hate the weak. Pokemon trainers. Doesn't matter. I'm going to be strong and wipe out the weak. Yeah. I had, like, spaghetti or something I had spaghetti for lunch, and I think all the sauce is really messing with my throat. Probably should have sped this one along or cut it out or something. I don't know. We hope to see you again. It is still really weird that Nurse Joy constantly wants you to end up in the hospital, but the forest is watched over by its protector. Stay out of mischief. Hey, tell the Pokemon not to attack me, and then I'm thinking ahead or to different games where sometimes if you touch the trees, you'll get attacked, or you'll find an item or something. Alright, so this is where we find Oddish. It is odd that even with color, they don't give Oddish its, like, blue color. Bluish green color, whatever it is. Okay, at this point, I don't know if we have cut, so I came back just to see if we could cut the tree or not. Far-fetched. Wah. Oop, I see an item. And a wild Psyduck appeared. I feel compelled to catch this thing. For the memes, am I right? No, if you don't know, Rando actually does a lot of streaming, and one of the things that, or one of the Let's Plays that he did, I want to say it was his Pokemon Fire Red, Leaf Green playthrough. I was watching a bit of it in the chat, and he caught a Golduck, and he was kind enough to let me name it for him. So I named it Gant Duck. The reason being is we were in a senior design together for our, that's how we know each other, and how we became friends was because of senior design for our university, or for our major, and we had to make these stupid things called Gantt charts that we never ended up using. So in his stream he asked me if what I wanted to name the Golduck, so I named it Gant Duck to annoy him, because he often regrets his decisions when he lets me make a decision. So I decided to name our Psyduck Gant Duck. Not that it's probably never going to become a Golduck, but it's still the point. It's the point that counts, right? Alright, Venonat. If I remember correctly, Venonat and Venomoth aren't very good. This looks really suspicious, but I don't know, I didn't find anything up here. Maybe it has something to do with something later, I don't know. But for now on. Wow. So, I would recommend coming from... I think you either need or want to come from behind, because otherwise you'll have to chase it farther. Alright. There we go. Thanks a whole bunch. My boss's Pokemon won't obey me because I don't have a badge. Alright. So, we are given cut for our troubles. Which, I often give cut to my grass type. I don't know. I think that just makes the most sense to me. Like, I don't know. What do you do? Like, I'm curious. Do most people put it on their grass type, or do they put it on something else. Because I feel like that's the most common thing, but I could be wrong about that. So we'll give it the Bellsprout. And we'll give it to we'll get rid of Growth, because I think Growth just kind of powers up your grass type, and I mean, to be completely honest, after a little bit, I usually don't end up using my grass type very much. As you could probably see from my Pokemon Red playthrough, Vileplume did not get much use in the later part of the game. It primarily just was there for cut. So this guy, Anthony, he's a hiker. He'll tell you about Dunsparces in the whatever the cave is that is super dark. So you're more likely to find Dunsparce at when this guy tells you about it. Don't wait too long though, because it will go away eventually. I don't know where Brandon found this guy, because I don't remember getting this guy's number, but I could be wrong on that. But I don't remember. So we're not going to do that, but I am going backwards because I wanted to try and find a certain Pokemon that I ended up not finding. But when doing this, I realized that Brandon did not fight all of these trainers. So I ended up finding a lot of them. Doing a lot of cleanup, I guess, for him. I don't know, maybe that's just like a difference in playstyle. I tend to fight all the trainers, because I want the XP. Because I'd rather fight trainers over fighting random encounters. Because, I mean, trainers generally give more XP, it seems. The Pokemon are at least a little more competent. Unfortunately, at this point, we don't really have the Pokemon that I like. We just haven't quite gotten Abra just yet. Which is... I try not to make it a secret that the Abra line is kind of my favorite line. I really like it. I like psychic types just in general. Okay. What was I saying? Sorry, I apparently forgot to cut out like a full 2 minutes worth of dead air there. So I'm going to be... I obviously did it in post. So the other thing, since he didn't fight that trainer, there's actually 2 Pokeballs down here. And one was, I want to say X defense, I think that's what it said. The other one's a TM. I really wish they would tell you what the move is. It's Swift, which is not necessarily all that amazing, but Zubat, Supersonic, keeps confusing my Pokemon. I'm seriously upset. Yeah, Zubat kind of sucks. Nobody likes him. Just like in Gen 1. At least Crobat looks a bit... Or, not Crobat, Golbat. Looks a bit more, you know, normal. That Gen 1 sprite is so crazy. I think that's probably the craziest Gen 1 sprite. The other one is probably Machamp. Although you don't really see Machamp very often since it's it's kind of a more rarer Pokemon to find. Since, well, one, you can't find it in the wild, but like in trainer battles. There's only a couple in the game. That one looks pretty weird. Like, compared to its modern day sprite. Or modern look, I suppose. Alright, so we're going to use Geodude since I believe ground is either immune or at least resistant to poison. Not that I think Coughing really knows any poison type moves right now. At least nothing serious. Hey, a great ball. It's a really great ball. I don't know, this looks like it should be a hidden item or something right there, but it doesn't appear so. Looks like Brandon actually did have to fight this one, though. This guy. I see, like, how he managed to avoid some of these. It still is kind of odd. And that's the, like, fun/interesting part of doing something like this, is you get to see kind of how other people would do it, and how it might either conflict or benefit you in your playstyle. Yes, use the Vine Whip. I'm trying to get Bellsprout up a couple levels, because it can be beneficial to have a decent grass type. One other thing, after you leave that cave, since this is technically Friday when I'm playing right now, this girl actually shows up here. And her name is Friday, I think. Yeah, Frida. Probably Frida, maybe. And she'll give you a little gift. So, the reason why I'm kind of cutting stuff is, as long as you've seen Brandon, or Rando stuff, you've already seen all this area. You just haven't seen it on my channel. I want a Nidoran male that's the gender is actually female. I think that would be very interesting. Some bad programming. Alright. So, Nidoran is actually poison, and Bellsprout is kind of weak to poison. But, I put it to sleep and put it in wrap, and that should just, take care of it. Dang. Alright. Yeah, pretty easy battles. Nothing too scary. That's the thing with Gen 2, is the level curve can be kind of weird. Because of the more non-linear approach to the later half of the game, or not the later half, towards the midpoint of the game, because there's like, I want to say 2 or 3 dungeons, or not dungeons, gyms that you can do in any order. You don't have to do it in the certain order. It makes it's so that Pokemon or the trainers don't always level up with you. Hey, nice, we got Roar. I believe that's the TM. Roar, yeah. Pays to have a cut and come back to the earlier parts, earlier areas. Alright. It's not here, it's on the, let's say, the northwest side of the town. It's where we ran in the Growlithe the first time. I wanted to catch it, so I came back all the way over here, not realizing that you can catch it closer to Goldenrod. But I'm pretty sure I didn't see in the little guide that I was looking at as to where to catch Growlithe. I didn't see if it said it only appears during the day, but I don't find it while I'm here, and I spend a couple minutes looking for it. So I ended up just holding off. Unfortunately, sleep powder did not affect Ghastly, and it's going to lick my Bellsprout and cause paralysis, naturally. And unfortunately, Wrap and Cut won't work since they're both normal type moves. I do really want Ghastly. Having a good ghost type would be beneficial in catching an Abra. As well as just later on, having a ghost type to deal with psychic types more effectively is always a good idea. Unfortunately, all it knows is, or well, I shouldn't say all it knows, but the only two moves it knows are status-related moves like Hypnosis and Lick. But thankfully, a Pokeball just catches it, and we could call it a done deal. Sure. Nice. So, I am going to give Ghastly a nickname. Not that Brandon would, or Rando. Keep calling him Brandon because that's his actual name, but I know that his YouTube name is Rando. I'm gonna give him the name of Gaster. I can't remember if I spelled that correctly, but yeah, I think that's what it looks like. Yeah, with an E. And of course this guy calls me again, because, I don't know. It's really annoying when they start, like, spamming you. But, alright. So, I'm gonna walk around just a little more, in the hope that we can find a Growlithe. That's not a Growlithe. That's a spider. Get it away. Spinarak. And run away from the spider. So, that's it for this part. The next part will be on my channel, so thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next time.